everybody, I'm Miss Cooksey, and today we're going to be talking about negative exponents. So we know from our previous math classes that a positive exponent represents repeated addition. So 2 to the fourth power means 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, or 2 multiplied 4 times. A negative exponent is going to reverse that. When we have a negative exponent, instead of doing repeated multiplication, we are going to be applying repeated division. So that means that for any non-zero number a and any integer n, a to the negative n power equals 1 over a to the n, where we are dividing a in number of times. So if a was 2 and we were analyzing 2 to the negative 4 power, we would be dividing by 2 4 times. When we are evaluating expressions with negative exponents, the easiest way to think about how to evaluate them is that negative exponents move. So if you have a fraction and there's a negative exponent on the top, it is going to move to the bottom to become repeated division. If you have a negative exponent in the denominator on the bottom that's already acting as division, it's going to move to the top and become repeated multiplication. So a to the negative n becomes 1 over a to the n. 1 over a to the negative n moves to the numerator and becomes a to the n. We'll see what this looks like in a bunch of different examples. So first we have 8 to the negative 1. Well, a negative exponent moves to the denominator, so this is going to turn into 1 over 8 to the first power, or 1 over 8. 3 to the negative 2 power is going to turn into 1 over 3 halves, or not 3 halves, I'm sorry, 3 squared, or 1/9. 3x to the negative 1 power means I'm going to be applying the negative 1 power to 3 and to x, because this is all in parentheses. So this would result in 1 over 3 to the x. Now this example is a little bit different. X to the negative 2 is in the denominator. That means that when I evaluate it, this is going to move to the numerator. Negative exponents move. If they start in the numerator, they move to the denominator. If they start in the denominator, they move to the numerator. So 1 over x to the negative 2 power is the same as x squared. Now let's look at a few more complicated examples. Negative 18a squared b to the negative 3. Well, here, the only negative exponent that we see is this negative 3, and it's being applied to the b. So the only thing that will move is b to the negative 3. Negative 18a squared will stay in the numerator, and b to the negative 3 will move down to the denominator. We have negative 18a squared over b to the third power. 5 over z to the negative 3. The only thing that the negative exponent is affecting is z. So z to the negative 3 moves to the numerator and becomes 5z to the third. Next example, 3b over negative 5c to the negative 1. The only negative exponent we see here is negative 1 that's attached to that c. So negative exponents move. The only thing that will be moving is the c with the negative 1. The negative 5 is going to stay in the denominator. So that results in 3bc over negative 5. Last but not least, we have 2 into the negative 2 over 3p to the negative 3. This one's tricky because we have two negative exponents. Well, negative exponents move. So into the negative 2, which is in the numerator, is going to move to the denominator. P to the negative 3 power in the denominator is going to move to the numerator. So that results in 2p to the third over 3n squared. So a negative exponent represents repeated division. If we are applying this as we simplify expressions, what it looks like is moving a negative exponent to the other side of the fraction, either from the numerator to the denominator or the denominator to the numerator, and making that exponent positive. Thanks for watching. I hope this video was helpful. Make sure you subscribe so you never miss a video, and I'll see you next time.